Hello and welcome to Cut to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
Today we're going to go through Skull and Bones Part 2. Oh, okay. Let's go for the segment, the theories, the theory segment. Once you have a secretive club meeting behind windowless walls with a membership roster that reads like a who's who of American power, populated by people who refuse to discuss it even under direct questioning during a presidential campaign, you have created essentially the perfect Rorschach test for conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
People are going to fill in them blanks, and they have for well over a century.
Well, I'm saying that they meet up at this mansion. Yeah, they have say four meetings a year or whatever. Or if the person that tapped you or somebody that they can also contact you in between these meetings. But they've got like a big projector and they're going, right, the new world order, or what we're looking to sort of push is this idea. And then
this is the path you're going to follow, young man.
well, it could be collective between an audience of quite a few of them, or it could be more singular little groups that we need to connect and do this to get this outcome.
Well, what if near enough every president since fucking, let's say 1945, sorry, not Truman, he wasn't rich enough, he didn't, but after Truman, maybe was a fucking bonesman, or at least someone they ran against was. They may not be able to...
You're forgetting this is just one secret society.
Trump a bonesman.
There'll be hundreds, thousands maybe.
Well, he wouldn't admit it if it was.
This is the thing, isn't it?
I don't know if...
Because they're not from this one. They might be from another one.
Trump went to a military academy, weirdly.
So he might be a...
He's probably some part of some fraternity.
Yeah, he'll be a different one.
That's because he was so much of a twat at college, his parents stuck him in a military academy, apparently.
I don't think there'd be thousands.
If you're talking...
Nah.
And every university...
every university, every fraternity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that these guys have managed to put themselves...
This is just one of the most famous ones, isn't it?
Well, instead of getting into your fraternity through academics or sports or doing the pledge week or whatever, debating, I don't know, Skull and Bones just going, his family's really wealthy and socially prominent. So you want to join Skull and Bones? You haven't got to do much. We're the most fucking exclusive ones, 15 members a year, pal.
But then you've got the other ones that maybe not from as prominent families, but still wealthy, connected, and they'll get picked up by the smaller societies.
I'm fairly sure that Obama was part of some fraternity.
Yeah, they all are,
I'm sure he was. I mean,
some are probably harmless.
But that was a well-documented one where it's just like Alpha, Beta, Gemini or something fucking... They all have silly names, don't they?
Yeah. I thought that they'd like Alpha, Beta, Gemini, so they'd have that at the one college, and then they'd replicate it at the other college.
There's more than one at each college, isn't there?
Yeah. And then you got the Delta group. But I thought the other in the next state there's another college, and they've got a Delta
or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're like, I'm from the Alabama chapter.
Yeah. I thought that's how it worked. Yeah.
But Skull and Bones,
I think to an
it does. There's actually a reference to that in The Simpsons when Homer goes for a job, and he's like, "I'm sorry, gentlemen, there's 3 of you here and only 2 vacancies, but it won't be my old fucking boy over here from such and such fraternity." And then he's like, and then this other guy goes, I'm from the Alabama chapter, and he does the handshake, and he's like, and they go off singing the fucking club song.
Yeah,
and Homer's
I thought
just
that's how it worked. Yeah.
There's very much.
I think,
but that's
Skull and Bones is just
Yale.
Just Yale, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Harvard, wasn't it?
No. There's Harvard secret societies,
right?
But
not that secret. Society.
Yeah. And remember as well, it works the same in this country. The old school tie. Oh, you're an old Etonian. Oh, hang on, let me ask my mate's brother who was in the same year as you what you're like. Oh yeah, solid rugby player. Oh yeah.
To be fair, they do all the hazing and all that, don't they?
They do very
David-
much the
David
same
Cameron,
thing.
his dick in a dead pig's head.
Allegedly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So in this
Remember that?
country we have.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We don't have fraternities.
We have
but
the old school. If you went to a certain
Mm.
public school, private school, you are. Mike technically is an old Nova
Mhm.
Portian. He went to Adams Grammar, right? So he could turn up to a job interview if he knew the guy was an old Nova Portian with his old school tie on, and he would be considered more favourable than someone else coming in who didn't go to that school because he's part of that alumni.
Yeah.
Just attending that school
Mhm.
in this country is enough. You're part of a brotherhood. It's an exclusive school.
But then they do have their, it's not secret societies as such, but they do have their sort of clubs and stuff, don't they?
They do, yes. They
Yeah.
have societies within society,
Yeah.
but just being the old school
Yeah.
tie is certainly.
But you're going to be looked upon more favourably if you're part of the gentleman's club.
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on, they would obviously get references
Mm.
on you. What was he like there? Oh, he was a little snorter. Everyone hated him. Sorry, you haven't got the job.
It doesn't matter, does it? Look at Boris.
You've read
Oh.
his CV.
Ah!
You only fail upwards
Oh, fucking hell, he's the best example of that, isn't he?
if you're from that
But he's also from the.
society.
But he's also from the landed gentry class, isn't he? So he's always got that fallback. But just going to Eton, just being really good at cricket, can make you Prime Minister one day.
Mm.
Oh, you know what? I'll always love Boris for one thing.
Rugby tackle in the football.
That fucking that tackle in that football match. That's the only thing I've ever loved that Boris has done.
Isn't it kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Fuck's sake.
just when
just a commitment, Claire. It's like he flashed back 30 years and was back on the playing fields at Eton and he was taking out a fucking first year.
the other
It was
thing,
just a commitment to it.
the one other thing I'll give him is when he was a mayor, when he was London mayor, and he saved that woman on his bike ride.
Oh, so
The
he
woman was
did.
being mugged
Yeah,
by
yeah.
and he scared a couple of them, wasn't it? And he scared them off.
He was probably
And
banging
he
her.
shouted at them oiks
That's right.
as he was chasing them down the road because he was on his bike ride.
Yeah.
What
It's
about-
fair play to him?
When he did on the zip line during the Olympics.
He got stuck, didn't he? Only Boris
Can't
could have got
remember
stuck.
Don't you remember that?
No.
He come flying in the roof, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't
Two
do
flags.
2 flags, zip lining down the roof. He was harnessed in, and then he got stuck halfway and was just like awkwardly
Oh, I
waving
didn't
the
see
flags.
that bit. I didn't see. I didn't catch all the opening ceremony.
Because we all went, oh god! No, it wasn't the opening ceremony. It was like a promotional thing when we just got it.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Because he wasn't. Was he mayor for when it was on?
2012, I think so.
Maybe. Yeah, that's just proof that if you're Boris. I mean, he was smart and he let on. He liked to play the bumbling idiot. But he was, he got fired from every job he ever had for lying, and one day ended up as Prime Minister where he got fired for lying. And now he still writes for various newspapers. He still gets an income.
So
Does the
he's still
speaking
lying,
circuit,
isn't
Is he a lord yet?
Not yet. I don't think unless he's made one by a majority Conservative government, which may
Makes you
happen
sick, doesn't it?
may happen in his lifetime. But as he's probably pushing 60 now, I very much doubt it.
If we fail, we're on the streets. We've lost everything.
Yeah.
They fail, they get promoted.
Shocking, innit?
Mhm.
It's a feeder organisation for the Illuminati, and essentially, yes, whatever you think the Illuminati is nowadays, you'd probably have to put it at this level, wouldn't you? Whether it's
I
from the
wouldn't.
Bavarian Illuminati, whether it's the original Illuminati, whether the Illuminati is a catch-all thing, you'd argue these 15 people a year are certainly part of the fucking big boys.
I
That's
don't think
where
they
you
are.
go
I
from-
disagree.
After the secret college society of Skull and Bones, maybe it's one of these bigger societies that you then become a part of.
I think it's a society societies we've never heard of and probably never will. But that's secret.
The secret super
Yeah.
elite.
You have a point.
Not just the super elite.
Yeah.
I
the
think
secret
these are the people. These are the influential people that could be
the puppets from the
puppets. Yeah.
not the puppeteers, but the
puppeteers.
puppets.
Puppet master of puppets.
I think them people
And they're
in the
the ones
shadows.
that we
and them-
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, like, we think, who are all these billionaires behind the scenes pulling the strings.
Like your
We-
Rothschilds
Yeah,
and
but
people
we,
like
we
that.
know about them.
Yeah, yeah. So who's
But-
the ones we don't know about?
Who are the
That's-
others?
that's the
And
ones.
without referencing too much into
Some
UK
of the
politics,
oligarchs and things.
you know, oligarchs, energy oligarchs, crypto billionaires,
Saudi princes.
Saudi princes.
Because there's a fucking lot of them, and they're very
And
rich.
they've all got their fingers in a lot of pies where they put a point where they can buy a major football club and
Well, if you're a son,
bankroll it to decades of success.
I think it's these people that don't have jobs. They're not bankers. You know what I mean?
no,
they
it's
live off
it's
their
the
wealth.
people
No,
like
you've
the
gotta-
princes
Yeah.
that have been born into a family
No.
of that's an oil wealth or something.
You've got to have that income. You can't just have a stash of money.
no,
Yeah,
but
your
they've got
income
that.
They've got the land.
income
They've got
coming in.
buildings.
Yeah.
They've got
Always.
capital.
Yeah.
They've got investments. That's how
It's
they live.
old money.
Old money.
Old money.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
Money that
Absolutely.
never ever runs
And
out.
members of the
Old
royal
money.
families.
Members of the royal families, of course. Yeah.
People like that.
So it also does include lizard alien race. Then.
Presumably it includes reptilians. Now, Russell, who started this organisation, you remember? From
George Russell's in it too.
George-
the Formula One driver.
Probably.
Fucking hell.
Um,
He's not. That was a joke.
allegedly.
Allegedly. No,
Um,
that really was a joke. It wasn't allegedly a joke.
I think every joke you make is allegedly, isn't it?
much.
Sorry. The listener can't see Pete just gave me the middle finger. Only the one, sir.
Just the one for you today.
Well, he studied in Germany, and the Germans love a student fraternity.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah, they used to have the dueling clubs, didn't they?
Hmm.
As much, but it's very much a European thing. It's just a spin-off of the old Thai network.
Yeah.
So because he encountered a similar secret organisations while studying in Germany before founding Skull and Bones, the theory leaps to the direct lineage to the Illuminati, which was founded in Bavaria in something like 1782, off the top of my head.
Why?
So, but didn't really... It took off and then it died a death, but if he'd been out there around the same time... There's still an offshoot of it. He's, you know what? Maybe I should get together the most influential, wealthy people in the country into a secret society. That can only benefit me. And
Yeah, I don't think it's directly from it. I think it's influenced by it.
yeah, it's just like Delta Force and the SAS. You know, it's directly influenced, but not quite a copy.
Definitely not a very known one though, in it, Skull and Bones Society, because I'd never. I think I'd heard Skull and Bones Society before, but I have a fucking clue what it was.
I mean, essentially, if they didn't have that fuck off giant tomb sat on the fucking main strip of the campus,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know they existed.
So
And,
is
and
this-
the building is very much on the fucking nose.
I think it came to prominent.
Is this that
Prominence.
one that was on that video a couple of a year or so ago? That there's this big effigy of something like a big statue or something, and on some campus, someone was filming it. And
That was
someone
CERN you're
would
thinking
forget-
of.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, you remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the Vishnu statue.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm picturing in my head, though. With that, what you're describing, like that
Sure.
kind
I think
of
it
thing.
came to prominence with the election, didn't it? Because it was Kerry versus Bush,
Yeah.
both.
Those
Mm.
two are the same part. Yeah.
Well, alleged, but you know.
None of the of them
Mm.
talk about it. Oh, come on! It should have been easy enough to get fucking
Yeah.
Bush to bloody slip up about that. Surely.
I don't know. He quit the booze at that point. Well, he still has quit the booze, but you know, he was off the booze. He's been
Someone
briefed,
slipped some whiskey in his coffee. And get him
briefed
to talk.
extensively, and also, if I slip up, then he tells everyone, I don't know, my deepest, darkest secret, whatever that may be. And so, theory 2 is that Skull and Bones controls the CIA.
Right. So my theory that I was building in my head, kind of, you just give that a tick. I was wondering whether Kennedy was maybe part of it.
Well,
and
if you
then
think, no,
he did
Kennedy might have been bumped off by the CIA, couldn't he? Because he was going to go too much against him. He may have been
Yeah.
part of Skull and Bones. I don't know. Kennedy
That's
was
what I'm
Yale.
wondering. Was
Well, maybe
he?
he wasn't a part of it.
Well, that's the other thing.
But do we know about it? Because maybe he's the one that spoke about it, and they bumped him off.
Well, I mean, there's several. We've gone through the.
That's just another theory that was quickly jumped into my
I
head.
mean, Pete, you know, if we've listener check out our JFK trilogy.
Yeah.
If you go to that theory that the CIA did bump off Kennedy because he was about to do something that maybe would have gone against the interests of Skull and Bones members, then yes,
That
absolutely.
could certainly be a
Yeah.
connection.
Other secret societies are available.
Other secret societies are available.
We're not the BBC, Claire.
No,
I know we are concentrating on them, but you know, it's like Mike said, there could be
That's what-
loads of them.
yeah,
couldn't
Well, that's
there?
what this episode is about, isn't it? It's about that society.
Now, Skull and Bones alumni have held very senior positions within intelligence decades, American intelligence over the decades, and the society's founding culture, secrecy, compartmentalized trust, and a network of men they've already proven they could keep each other's confidences, does kind of lean you into working in the intelligence services, does it not? Some CIA officials were bonesmen. The CIA he has been quoted that the CIA is a Skull and Bones subsidiary, and there is an overlap. Obviously, the Bushes, Prescott and George and Daddy Bush.
Bonesman and bushes. Oh, my immaturity is running in overdrive at the moment.
But let's not also forget that the Bushes were very, very good friends with the Soda Oil family.
Yep.
To the point where, didn't they have a nickname for Daddy Bush where he was like part of the family? I can't remember. There's a term of endearment that Sodas use.
So in Farhead.
That's it. Something like that.
No, but Farhead as in that was the king at the time.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're on about. There's a term of endearment that Saudis would use for a member of someone of equal rank, and he was whatever that is, Bush.
Okay.
So if your face didn't fit for sort of like the politics side of it, yeah, they'd be like, yeah, you could be the face in the CIA, you know.
Well, you still got to have that those wealth and connections, and chances are your dad was also probably a bonesman.
Mm-hmm.
Which keeps the same people in the same families with the same interests, all looking out for one another in positions of power and intelligence. And let's face it, if you're head of the CIA, you should know, number one, where the bodies are buried, and number two, every dirty secret of everybody in the fucking government.
I don't think they're always going to tell the head of CIA where the bodies are buried.
Well, if you've worked your way up, you should fucking know where they're buried. Putin knows that. Putin was head of the KGB. I always think the reason he's maintained power for so long is because he knows where the bodies are buried. And he may well have put some there himself.
Mm.
He knows everybody's dirty secrets. Every intelligence service spends as much time looking inwards as it does looking outwards. That's why Britain has two. MI5, MI6. MI6 looks outwards, MI5 looks inwards. You can't tell me that they don't
They know everything. Don't
have
they?
a look what politicians are doing just in case they might need them to do something for them one day. Like vote a certain way. We think we should cut funding to MI5. This is going to be a very close vote. Remember we caught you with that? We know. Here's the footage of you and that rent boy from 10 years ago. You know which way you're going to vote now, don't you? You know?
Yeah.
Because if I was head of an intelligence service, I would certainly want to know everybody's fucking secrets. That's your job, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously Skull and Bones on the Kennedy assassination. Pete, you were spot on. We've gone through this before now, haven't we? The CIA assassinating Kennedy. CIA wanted to invade Cuba. Kennedy didn't. Wouldn't provide them air support. CIA weren't very happy. He also threatened to break the CIA up into the wind, famously, because he felt they had too much power. And all of a sudden, Kennedy's dead. Maybe it was Woody Harrelson's dad. Theory 4 is that Skull and Bones helped build the atomic bomb and controls the nuclear industrial complex. Theory leans on the fact that some bonesmen were in fact connected to the scientific, financial and industrial infrastructure that made the Manhattan Project possible. In America, the 1940s ran substantially through a fairly small network of elite universities, banks and industrial firms, and Skull and Bones alumni were threaded through a lot of it. Real overlap? Maybe wildly overstated claim? I mean, America did choose various large companies to spearhead their war effort. Ford, General Motors, example. Everything you're going to make now is jeeps, tanks. You know, the airplane, Boeing. You are literally making. If you've got a Skull and Bones guy in charge of military procurement, and all his bonesmen are in charge of senior positions of that company where they can make a lot of money.
Mm.
You're going to do them that favour, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because they'll repay you one day. That's all it's about, isn't it? It's
Or there's or potential kickbacks.
and kickbacks, or you know what? You're gonna charge us this much over what this should be, and I'm going to take a percentage of that. Exactly, yeah. Nice little kickback in it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, the officer corps of the British Army is full of wealthy, connected people. You don't get many poor Ruperts.
Huh.
They're all fucking related. They can all trace their lineages back past fucking Waterloo. 5th generation. Fucking, yeah. Society has stolen human remains as trophies, including the skull of Geronimo, the famous Apache resistance leader. Fought the fucking Americans for like 30, 40 years, something like that. Bit of a badass. Maybe the most famous, most specific and enduring piece of Skull and Bones folklore is this might be documented in a legal dispute. The story goes that in 1918, Prescott Bush, obviously Granddad Bush for us, was part of a group of soldiers stationed near Fort Sill, Oklahoma, who allegedly broke into the grave of the Apache leader Geronimo and stole his skull, along with some bones and personal effects, to bring back to the tomb as a trophy. There is a picture of, I saw a picture of this documentary, whether it was AI or not, I don't know. May have been one of these rare leaks. It was a very old photo. Whereas, 15 guys stood there with it in front of a table with a skull and 2 crossbones behind it. Don't know how genuine it was. It was in the documentary I watched, I've no idea. The claim has circulated for decades, partly fueled by a letter allegedly written by a bonesman years later referencing Geronimo's skull being kept in a tomb. And in 2009, descendants of Geronimo actually filed a lawsuit against Skull and Bones, Yale, and the federal government, seeking the return of his remains. The lawsuit was unsuccessful, presumably because there's a lot of bonesmen sitting in federal courts. And the claims were never proven in court. And Skull and Bones has never confirmed possessing the remains, because of course they're not. Of course they're fucking not.
Yeah, we robbed a grave.
Yeah, we robbed a grave and we have it on the table and apparently we might drink out of it now and again. Those skulls make terrible cups unless you hollow it out, take the top off.
Like Ed Gein.
Yeah. Unless you go full Gein. So what leaves us is a persistent, widely reported story, an actual legal case that tried and failed to substantiate it, and no confirmed physical evidence either way. Less documented stories circulate the skulls of President Martin Van Buren and Mexican revolutionary Pancho Villa.
Villa, I think it is.
Fucking hell. Villa, VA, come on. I'm English. It's Aston Villa.
Pancho Villa?
It's Pancho Villa. Say it as I see it, Mike.
That's where you're going wrong, isn't it?
Of course it is. Especially when it comes to reading. Those claims are either thinner on evidence than the Geronimo story, but they follow the same pattern. Theft as ritual, human remains as a trophy, institutional mascot. If you're part of Skull and Bones, you're definitely going to have some skulls and bones trotting about the place, aren't you? It's part of the motif, it's branding.
There'll be replicas. Or people that have donated.
Maybe former members, I like that, yeah.
Yeah, former
Donate
members.
my skull and femurs to the society.
Yeah.
But there's an easy way to prove this. You just dig up Geronimo and see if his skull's still there.
Well, I assume that's what they've done.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
But it still doesn't mean that they've got it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe the badgers took it away.
Honey badgers?
Yep.
Do you think his remains are eaten by honey badgers?
Yep.
I think his remains are now a part of the Bone Throne.
The Bone Throne?
Yeah, like the sort of Game of Thrones one, but made out of bones.
See, that's not what I see when you say that. The bone throne. It's not what I see in my
Weird
head.
that your mind went straight there instead of the skulls.
What, Claire, the bone throne?
Oh, right, it's Claire sitting on the Bone Throne then. Yeah, I see where you're going. No offence, Claire, Don't be... we know where you were going with it too.
Good.
Were you thinking skulls?
Well, it's got like bone. It's like a normal chair made out of bones. Maybe skulls as the.
Oh, you've got to have skulls as the handrests.
as the
haven't you? Yeah.
handrests. Yeah. And
You want
then
the back to be skulls
Yeah,
too,
maybe
crowned
some
by two skulls. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like
Oh, skulls on spikes. Okay.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I like where you're going with that. Prefer the Pete's version.
And then maybe cover the seatage bit with a bit of red.
Velvet.
Velvet.
Oh, no.
Foreskin. What the fuck?
No, the seat is flayed skin. That's got to be on it.
Oh no.
But
Yeah,
only from
red
a
velvet
penis.
will be fine, thank you.
Only flayed from a penis.
Could be flayed penis skin.
No, just red velvet will be fine.
Fair enough. I mean, if you're gonna have a throne made out of literal human remains, you might as well go the fucking whole hog, hadn't you?
That's why I went with penis.
That
skin.
is full head keen, that is.
I do like the Iron Throne though. I've sat on the Iron Throne,
The real one.
the one from the show, yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Which one? The one with or without all the swords?
The one from the show.
Game of Thrones. as
Game of
opposed to
Thrones.
House of Dragons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
House of Dragons wasn't out when I did it.
Because the House of Dragons throne is so much cooler.
Yeah. Is it? It's close to the one that in the book, isn't it, where it's like 20 feet off the fucking ground.
And they say it's made from 1,000 swords or whatever.
Yeah.
That actually does look like it's made from 1,000 swords, whereas just the throne itself, probably 250.
Why would you fucking drop all that fucking like the staircase? Apparently, it was really uncomfortable to sit on though in the books. The Iron Throne because
I'm not surprised.
they'd always be
Fitting on a
cutting
bunch
themselves on it.
on a bunch
Because
of
they didn't have
fucking
any
swords.
velvet.
That's it.
Red
Yeah.
velvet.
Yeah, you're right.
Or foreskin.
There's the crooking tradition.
Crooking.
Crooking.
Oh, it is crooking.
Yeah.
You're right.
The reason I thought
Yeah.
foreskin is because it's quite a stretchy bit of skin in it, so it'd be good for stretching over like.
We move on from
Oh,
foreskins.
sorry.
There's been a theme of degloving penises tonight, and I'm slightly concerned by it.
Oh shit!
So members reportedly engage in a practice called crooking, which is essentially competitive theft, which don't all fraternities do. Like,
Yeah, they just give them little tasks and that, don't they?
Yeah.
Get this, go take the beaver from the fucking.
yeah, like
from
they'll
them,
go
or-
to
yeah.
rival Yale societies or campus buildings and try to outdo each other by stealing something. You know, I'm sure they all do that. So, the honest, unglamorous truth sitting underneath all 6 of these theories is that Skull and Bones has never needed to be a literal shadow government pulling puppet strings from behind a curtain because it already achieves most of the effect of a shadow government through entirely mundane means. Elite credentialing, lifelong loyalty, and a culture that rewards silence. You don't need a conspiracy when you have 200 years of quietly putting your alumni into rooms where decisions get made and then training every single one of them from day one never to talk about how they got there.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's pretty concerning, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, read into that what you will. The fact is that a lot of these people have sat in very influential positions within American society for the best part of, 200 years, 150 years, and may well be still pulling the strings behind the scenes.
They've all come from the same pot, basically, haven't
Of
they?
course they have. They've all come, and you know that if your dad had a fucking ring with fucking 366 and a fucking skull and crossbones on it, when you get to Yale, chances are you're getting the tap.
322, innit?
Whichever, 322.
Yeah.
You're getting that tap, aren't you?
Mm.
Because Dad would have pulled the strings when they all go and meet up at the fucking.
What if they accidentally tap on the wrong person?
I think they've got to be fairly certain who they are, haven't they?
Like, James, the ginger one. Yeah.
And no one's
Put the
putting
ginger one.
no
yeah.
one's putting a fucking ginger in there. No, they've got their own Illuminati. They've got their own society, the Ginger Society, haven't they?
The Gua,
Powerful it is.
the Gua Society.
Yeah. Well, either way, I don't think it's that powerful. I haven't seen many ginger presidents.
They haven't got no soul, have they? So
Oh, Kennedy was a bit red-headed, wasn't he?
Was he?
Oh, he's Irish stock. The Kennedys. But got to be a bit of red hair.
just
in
because
there
he's
somewhere.
Irish doesn't mean he's got red hair.
A lot of them
Not
do.
everyone in Ireland is ginger.
Famously have black hair.
Well, I bet there's some ruddiness to it at times.
The Scottish Celt, on the other hand, lots of gingers in there, me wee laddie.
I think it depends how far north you go, though, doesn't it? The lowlands of Scotland are fairly anglicised nowadays.
Aye, but you go up to the Shetland Islands and they're all ginger, me lad.
Well, and sheep shaggers. Well, there's very little else to do.
Well, they have ginger sheep up there
Nice.
because it's finally happened cross breeding of different animals.
It's 322. That is, as I mentioned earlier, it's the year the Greek orator. You know what? Yesterday when I watched the documentary, I made a note of it to remember to pronounce this guy's name, and then I had that nap and forgot all about it. So I'm going to try it. Demosthenes. Oh no, that's not going to work.
That didn't happen, did
No, Demosthenes. Yeah,
Demosthenes.
Demosthenes. We'll go with that. He died at the end of the Valanian War, a moment when Athenian democracy was effectively dissolved and replaced by a system where only the wealthy retained citizenship, i.e. the Macedonian Empire. It's an interesting little fact, I like it. But so where does it leave us? And the honest answer is that Skull and Bones sits in an unusually interesting spot on the conspiracy spectrum, because unlike most secret societies people assess over, the boring version of the story is already extraordinary. You don't need to invent a hidden hand shaping documented, verifiable events when you've got 3 presidents, multiple CIA directors, Federal Reserve chairmen, Supreme Court justices, and 2 rival presidential candidates who both quietly refuse to discuss their shared secret.
Yeah.
It's been hiding in plain sight.
Must be really uncomfortable to sit in a room like in sort of public with other people from, you know.
Oh no, it'd be great because you know they're not going to fuck you over.
No, but you got somebody sitting there who isn't a part of it, and then you're all like,
But I think of it,
you? Who's that guy?
no, we're pretending like we don't know each other.
you've got your 2 presidential candidates, you're both part of the society, and you know you can't fucking get dirty with it. You can only engage in a nice, polite election fight because you got to do a bit for the cameras, obviously, but backstage they're probably fucking shaking hands, having a laugh, doing the secret handshake.
Yeah. Doesn't matter which one of us get in.
Yeah.
May the best man win.
Yeah. Because
Just like that, Mike.
but John Kerry went on to be a state governor. You know, it's not like he didn't get his piece of the fucking pie, is it?
Mm.
Bush drew a short straw, really, because he ended up having to deal with fucking the war on terror.
And getting a fucking flip-flop thrown at him.
He did, yeah. You know what?
I think
Fantastic fucking effort that was, that flip-flop.
I think they just put one of the thickest guys in for
Yeah.
for the 9/11 thing. They were just like, we've got to put somebody in that
Kerry,
just looks
yeah.
gormless, like he doesn't really know what's going on, and then he's got plausible deniability, and then we'll sack him off after it's all done.
Yeah, and Ken, what's his
Useful
face?
idiot.
Yeah.
What's his face? John Kerry's was was fairly visibly smarter than Bush. I always thought he came across
Less
well.
charismatic.
Less charismatic, which is why he didn't win, probably. And the fact that they cycled, didn't they? You just come out of Clinton, so they're going to go Republican. That's the way it usually works, isn't it? They swap about every few years. No one ever stays in for fucking 12 years, do they? You get the 8 years at the one president, and then, you get the 8 years at the one president, and then the successor very rarely wins. Because he's not the guy his boss was. So they end up swapping, don't they? Because let's say the Democrats are in, and then the Republican guy, they choose someone who's a bit of a showman, a bit more
Likeable,
charismatic, and they get in, and he does 8 years, and
It's because one side is in, and the other side desperately wants them out. So they campaign, they get momentum. It's incumbency fatigue, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they've had 8 years and they've done jack shit with it. Let's try these guys. But it's just the same cycle over again.
Well, it's all the same. It's all the same puppets being pulled by with the strings being pulled by the same puppeteers.
And when you
you can't get any more evident of that when there's 2 people from the same secret society fighting to be president.
Yeah. And also, the one guy's dad used to be in charge of the CIA and was also president. Yeah. I think this is as close to being a true conspiracy as
genuine corruption
as it really
fucking-
gets.
Yeah.
Because the same
It's the way
happens.
things work. It's
Because
the way they've designed it.
Yeah, the same thing happens in this country with the old school tie network, as we said. You can't tell me all those alpha, beta, kappa guys aren't fucking sorting each other out into jobs later in life. They may not be president, but they're fucking certainly, vice president roles in banks and other fucking media organisations. They're all fucking rubbing each other's backs. Because money goes to money, doesn't it? It's very rare actual fucking outstanding achievement and hard work actually fucking gets you to the very top. Do you know?
But I still think these guys are the puppets, not the puppeteers.
I agree.
I would go with that. I think this might be an interesting, just little diversion.
Like I said,
Don't look at us. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
Bush is a
Front,
fine.
aren't they?
Bush is a fine example of that, isn't he? So you know what I mean. He was clearly just a puppet.
Yeah. Claire, final thoughts for us? Any thoughts? for
No,
us?
no.
You agreeing with us all?
Yeah, I think it's there's a main man or a few main men, and then they tell these puppets what to do.
A bit like the Don't Look Up film.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a terrifying look at fucking how things work, isn't it? We could shoot this thing at the sky, but no, we're going to try and mine it instead. Everyone will be rich. Even though the money will mean literally nothing if everyone's a billionaire. Because everyone will just put the prices up.
Look at Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Perfect example of that.
Mike, you going with the these are the puppets?
Yep.
Pete?
I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could enforce it. I think they should be banned.
They're too entrenched.
They're the rulers.
It would literally take a French Revolution where you guillotine the fucking everyone in
Now you're
charge.
talking my language.
That's what you'd have to have. You'd have to have a revolution where you basically just went billionaires, ruling class, you're all fucking
You
gone.
managed to round up all the heads and then take them.
Yeah, all the it would have been the aristocrats for the French. But
I
now.
prefer a bloodless coup.
Oh please, you want the guillotine as much as any revolutionary. I can see it now. I can see you being the
I
fucking
don't
guy
want
that
to kill
pulls the lever.
anybody. I don't want to kill
He
anybody.
says licking his lips and rubbing his hands
Yeah,
together.
why have you just cut your hand and licking the blood off it?
I think the power should be with the people, with the majority.
Well, part of me doesn't disagree, but part of me thinks you still need someone who knows what they're doing at the top.
I think you've been giving the people a disservice there.
I've seen what the people of this country have voted for over my lifetime, Mike.
When nobody leads something,
Hmm.
it's a bit chaos, isn't it?
You still get leaders.
Nearly.
You get strong working class leaders. Come on.
Well, yes, Mike, you can have
Andy
strong working
Burnham.
class leaders. You're absolutely right.
I was thinking more of Andy Burnham, the King of the North.
Yeah.
King of the North.
Oh, fucking
Oh,
hell.
dear.
And on that note,
On that note,
I
let's
think
end
we
the
should
show.
end.
I've been Ben. Thank you very much for listening. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't join a cult.
Don't join a secret society.
Same thing, really.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out with the force with you.
I've been Claire. Thanks for listening. Keep an open mind, but not so open that it spills out your ears.
I've been Pete. Thanks for listening. Everyone have a nice week. Bye.